Gotta get on your job, tell them haters get on your job, nigga. Motivation.
Welcome guys to another episode of Cognition Fitness TV. And today I am going to be talking about cardio, whether it's necessary to do when you are cutting. Understand guys that cutting is all about knowing what your macros are. It's basically knowing what's going into your body versus what's going out, okay? Now, the number that's going in needs to be less than the number that's going out. Therefore, you lose weight. And as long as you are at a caloric deficit, you really don't need to do any cardio at all, okay? It's really not needed as long as you are at a caloric deficit, meaning that you are below your maintenance calories. And if you don't know your maintenance calories, I advise that you take a look at my macro video where I discuss maintenance calories, how to calculate your maintenance calories, and how to go on from there. But if you are cutting and if you are deciding to do cardio, not to do cardio, but you are being cognizant of your maintenance calories, then you really don't need to do any cardio at all, okay? That is a lie that people always say, that you need to do cardio to lose weight. You need to do cardio to lose weight. That is not true. You do not need to do any type of cardio to lose weight like that. You really don't, as long as you are at a caloric deficit from your maintenance calories. That is the truth. Don't let anybody out here say anything different to where you start to believe them, because it's not true at all. You do not need to do any cardio. But do I recommend doing cardio? Yes, I do. And this is the reason why. Guys, cardio, they try to make cardio not fun in the gym, okay? Or just cardio in general. And sometimes there's a misconception of what is cardio, what is not cardio. And I'm gonna break that down. But cardio gives you the guarantee that you will be at your caloric deficit for that day, okay? So, you know, it's kind of like an insurance policy that you kind of have when you are cutting, because, you know, sometimes it's kind of hard to follow a diet day in and day out. But, you know, unless you just eat the same thing every day, that's not like me. And I'm sure other people do it as well. We eat different types of protein. One week we may have chicken, the other week we may have salmon or lean turkey or something like that. So, you know, I'm not counting everything that I take in like that. I just get kind of an estimation of like where I am, you know, and I know for sure that I'm at a caloric deficit, but I don't know how much. Either it may be 200, maybe 300, you know, but I'm not really sure like that. But I know for sure that I'm at a caloric deficit. So with that mindset, I know that, you know, by doing extra cardio, I'm going to knock off an extra 200 calories like that, and that will put me at my caloric deficit for that day. You know, it's kind of like an insurance. If I'm not sure that I really hit my caloric deficit for that day, but I know that I did do like 30 minutes of cardio, high intense cardio, where I'm sweating profusely and my heart rate is up, then I'm good. I'm good for that day. I know that I, you know, was at my goal for that day as far as calories wise, and that's why I like to do cardio, just to give you that. Now, your cardiovascular system doesn't recognize this cardio from this cardio, from this type of cardio, from this type of cardio. It's all the same to your cardiovascular system. So, you know, if you are the type of person that's kind of stubborn when it comes to doing cardio, especially if you're trying to lose weight, understand that cardio isn't just running. Cardio isn't just sprinting. It isn't just the Stairmaster, the elliptical machine. You know, like, try to make cardio fun, and try to make cardio like it's something that you actually like to do. Like, you know, if you prefer to play basketball, it's nice outside, right? It's nice and sunny, it's summertime. So if you prefer to go to a basketball court, play a couple games of basketball for your cardio for that day, go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it fun. You don't have to be in the gym, isolated with your headphones on, doing 30, 40 minutes of cardio. Like, it's so nice outside. Like, I did a video where I went to a hill and I ran outside, and it was so refreshing just to just be around like nice weather, you know, because I live in a state where it's rarely any nice days like that. So when it is a nice day, I like to go outside, be in the natural elements of the earth. You know, I don't want to be surrounded and shielded by four walls doing cardio that, you know, that's kind of boring to a sense, you know, unless I have like some type of tablet where I'm listening to music or I'm watching a video or something like that. So, but when it's nice outside, go outside, do some type of outside cardio. Like, that's perfectly fine. And to me, it's harder because you are in the elements where it's hot. You know, you're sweating more, and therefore your endurance will be better off long term. I mean, so, you know, don't try to make cardio where it's like, all right, I always have to go to the gym and do the treadmill, do the Stairmaster, do the elliptical, you know, do boxing, do swimming, you know, do basketball, football, baseball. You know, I really don't see people playing baseball like that. I'm not a big baseball fan myself, but if you enjoy playing baseball, I don't know how much cardio it is in baseball, because I just see people just standing around all the time. But, you know, like, it's still a source of cardio. To me, it is. You know, it's a little bit of cardio, but, you know, the whole point of cardio, guys, is to try to make it fun. Try to do something that you can kind of do easily. Not easily, but like easily on the mindset, you know, where you are not coming into the session where it's like, it's just dreadful. You're kind of hesitant a little bit, and you just coming in with a bad attitude, because that's going to transition into the later parts of your workout. If you kind of have a bad attitude coming into it with kind of a lackadaisical, kind of low energy type of vibe and aura of type of energy, then, you know, that transitions into your actual weightlifting type of workouts, you know. So I just try to keep a positive attitude when it comes to cardio. I'll try to do things that I like, and when I am stuck doing the treadmill, you know, I have my tablet, I'm watching videos, I'm watching other people's YouTube channels, you know, like, I'm just trying to make it fun, you know. But if you at the gym, you have a 30-minute session and cardio, and you don't have your headphones in, take your ass back to the house, grab your headphones, and come back to the gym, because that's dreadful. Like, I can't do that now. I can't co-sign with no headphones. You just out there watching TV, doing 30 minutes of cardio. Like, I can't co-sign that shit. Like, nah, that's not happening. But you know, if you are at a caloric deficit where you are counting your calories, you know how much is coming in, you are monitoring what you are eating, and then you add that in with the cardio, you good money. You will definitely lose weight, you know. And with the increase of cardio, it's like you may lose 2 to 3 pounds if you want to stay with like 1 or 2 pounds a week, like I try to aim for. You know, you might want to lower the cardio. You may be doing too much cardio to where you are burning an excess amount of weight that you don't want to burn so quickly. You kind of want to hold on to the weight and kind of lose it at a steady pace, like 1 or 2 pounds a week. And that you could kind of monitor your cardio to where it kind of fits that 1 or 2 pound weight. You don't want to be doing 30, not 30, but like an hour worth of cardio, and you are at a caloric deficit. Now that would be, you know, detrimental to, you know, muscle growth and your body physique and your body composition. May not turn out to where you are happy with it if you are trying to like not bulk up, but retain muscle, but stray away from the fat, you know. And by doing an excess amount of cardio and you are at a caloric deficit, you are definitely, you know, on the verge of losing muscle to where you don't want to lose that muscle. You want to retain muscle, lose fat. Retain muscle, lose fat. Most of the weight that you want to lose is fat. You want to get rid of the fat, retain the muscle. But try to make cardio fun, try to make cardio exciting. Try to do what you like to do. You know, as long as you are sweating, like I said, sweat, work that cardiovascular system. You know, by doing more and more cardio, you are actually benefiting your central nervous system. You are benefiting your endurance. You are able to have longer, more strenuous workouts at the gym. You can last an hour, 2 hours, whatever need be. But that comes with having a decent endurance system, being able to handle the amount of workload that requires to do supersets and supersets and have an hour, 2 hour long strenuous workout on the body. It's very, very taxing to do day in and day out. And just by having a strong endurance system, which comes from an excess amount of work, overtraining, that builds your endurance system. But the overall goal is to try to make cardio fun. You know, it is not necessary to do if you are at a caloric deficit and you are losing 1 or 2 pounds a week. And if that is something that you don't want to do, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to do it. You do not have to do it. But just know that, you know, it's kind of hard to hit those macros every single day, you know, day in and day out. And just by doing cardio, it provides an insurance barrier to where you know you are at a caloric deficit. Man. How many of y'all saw the game 5 between Cleveland and the Golden State Warriors? Guess who didn't see that game? Me. You know why? Because we had a power outage last night. Can you believe that shit? We had a power outage in my area last night where I didn't get to see the game like that. I was streaming it, but you know, I kind of wanted to conserve my battery because you never know when the power is going to be turned back on or not, you know. So, you know, I kind of just dipped and dabbed with the score, checking in, checking out whether or not Cleveland was going to pull it out. I was rooting for Cleveland in this series. You know, I've been seeing a lot of stuff online about, you know, the Warriors and how they're a great team, and you know, it's just like, are we really giving that much praise to a team that's supposed to do what they're actually supposed to do? Like, when you acquire a talent like Kevin Durant, it's like, this is what you're supposed to do. You acquire a top, okay, you are 3 games to 1. You have a 3-1 lead last year. You are favorites to win game 5 before Draymond Green gets hurt. I mean, not get hurt, but get suspended. Okay, he doesn't play game 5. And you let go of game 6 and 7. So you guys were right there, up 3-1. Could have been back-to-back champions. And then, you know, I don't smite the Golden State Warriors organization at all. This is what you're supposed to do. You want to win. You want to win basketball games as easy as possible. You want to be dominant. You know, you want to be superior to any other team in the league. So what are you going to do? You're going to go out and get Kevin Durant if he's available. So I don't really point the blame at the Warriors like that, but the Warriors organization, because as an organization, you want to win. You want to win now. You want to win fast, quickly. It's the I want it now mentality. But, you know, the players could have stepped in and was like, all right, we don't really need you, Kevin Durant. Like, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. Like, we don't really need you like that. Like, I get it that you want to come play with us, but we kind of got it on our own, despite what the management thinks. And of course, they didn't do that. They wanted to take the easy way out. All right, let's just get Kevin Durant. And you see 69 or 67 wins. this past season. Very, very dominant. Very dominant. Probably the most dominant team I've ever seen play. Like, every time they step on the court, I feel like they have the superior advantage over the other team. Just offensively. You know, by adding a piece like Kevin Durant, who's already a top 3 player in the league when he came over. Now he's probably top player or top 2. There's a debate between him and LeBron who's better, but, you know, as a talent, LeBron is still better than Kevin Durant. As a talent, you know, Durant is on a better team. But, you know, the gap was what I expected it to be. You know, I expected it to go around 5, maybe 6 games. And you can kind of make the debate that, you know, Cavaliers, they should have won game 3. They kind of let it slip. But Cavaliers been doing that all season. Kind of letting the game slip at the end. Especially, like, in January, February. I knew that, you know, in order to be in a position to win, you have to play perfect against this team. You really have to play perfect against the Golden State Warriors to win a basketball game. And by blowing leads, by not closing it out when you are at an advantage towards the end of the game, at an advantage, I mean, when you have a 6-point lead with 3 minutes to go, you got to find a way to close out the game. LeBron James, and I got on LeBron James about that. I posted a status, sparked a little debate on social media. Basically saying that, you know, if Michael Jordan is in that situation, he closes out the game. He closes out the game. Okay? I don't want to hear that debate, oh, LeBron, like, no. If Michael Jordan is in that situation where he's up 6-7 points with 3 minutes left, he finds a way to close out the game. That's all I said. I never said I didn't want to compare the talent that MJ's faced with LeBron talent that he has to face. I don't want to compare all that because I don't like to compare eras. It's 2 different eras. You know, I like to compare people's instinct, people's tenacity, people's passion. Like, that's comparable from one generation to the next. And how they implemented that passion and incorporated that passion on the game floor, you know? And I just didn't see that from LeBron that night. Sometimes he has it, sometimes he doesn't. You know, but I want to see that consistent killer instinct that I saw, like, when he played Boston Game 6 in 2012. Backs against the wall, drops 40, like, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Like, I want to see that LeBron in situations like that where he knows that his team is, like, it's kind of needing you right now. He's kind of being passive. Like, he passed the ball to Kyle Korver Game 3. So I was a little upset about Game 3. You know, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way about LeBron. I thought he kind of got over those demons, those late game demons that he had, but it kind of comes back sometimes. But to grade the overall NBA playoffs, it was trash. It was absolute trash. You know, last year you had OKC, Golden State, you know, and in the East, you really didn't have like that in the East as far as the opposition to the Cleveland Cavaliers. But it just seemed like the league is just, it's not even 2 teams, because you saw how dominant the Warriors were against the Cavs. Cavs had to play perfect. They had to put up a 139-point effort just to maintain a victory. You know, you can't play 3.5 quarters. You can't play, you know, up until the last 2 minutes. You have to play 4 quarters. You got to play the whole game against the Warriors to even stand a chance or maintain your lead, because they can drop 20 in 2 minutes. They can drop 20 points in 2 minutes. So, you know, like, do I like super teams in the league? To a certain extent. I don't like what Kevin Durant did. That was a pussified ass move. And everybody knows that knows basketball. That kind of grew up in the 90s watching Jordan. Battle. Didn't change teams when he was defeated in the 80s against the Pistons. Defeated against the Celtics. didn't change teams. He didn't go join the Pistons. You know, he didn't go join the Celtics. What he did was that his team got better. His team just got better. With experience, by putting in more grind, more effort, more work during the off season. And when he got that first championship, like, you can really feel the conviction, the connection that he had with that trophy. The way he held that trophy, it was like this was his first baby, literally. I know a lot of people say that now, but you can really, really see it with Jordan. That was his baby. He finally gave birth to his baby. And once he gave birth to his first baby, it became an addiction where he wanted to give birth to another one, and another one, and another one. And that's just come with having a killer instinct. Like, you want to win at by all means necessary. I'm going to win this game for my teammates. I don't care what I have to do. I don't care what play is called. I'm the play. LeBron makes the best play. Michael Jordan is the play. He is the play. Even if Phil Jackson calls up a play, that's not Mike. Mike's saying, no, give me the ball. Get out of my damn way. I'm going to score. And that's going to be it. That's it. You know, and, you know, I would love to see LeBron just shoot, be very, very aggressive, and not passive doing the later parts of the game where it's kind of up in the air. It's like, man. Okay? That's my only thing with LeBron like that. Otherwise, he's a phenomenal player. He's a Mount Rushmore type of player. Like, you know, I will put my Mount Rushmore, you know, from the 80s. I ain't doing the 70s and the 60s. I ain't doing all that shit. From the 80s and on, it's Magic, because he ran the 80s. Mike, he ran the 90s. Kobe, he ran the 2000s. And LeBron took the baton from Kobe in 09, kind of 08, 09-ish. I would say 09. 2010 for sure. It wasn't in Kobe's hands. Kobe was that next face for the league after Mike retired. It took him some time. It took him about 2 or 3 years, but he got there. 2001. He's winning championships. Mike dominated the league in the 90s. And Magic had it in the 80s. So, you know, I put, how did you move and cultivate the game? And LeBron has done that for this era. He's that. That's why I can see a lot of people saying he's better than Mike. Oh, he's played more competition than Mike. Now, I don't want to get into all that. Like, is this Warrior team the best team ever? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not the best team ever. Like, this series could have easily been 6 games instead of 5. Okay? This is one of the most lethal offensive teams that I've seen. But it's not the best team ever. It's not better than 96 Bulls. Matter of fact, 96 Bulls is not even the best version of the Bulls team, in my opinion. I would take Mike. To face these Warriors, I would take a more athletic Mike. And that means a 90, 91, 92, 93 version of Michael Jordan. I wouldn't take a 96 version of Michael Jordan against these Warriors. That's not happening. He needs more legs. He needs more legs because you don't have to be running. Mike was, I'm not going to say slow, but Mike was pretty much dropping 30 off fundamentals in the 96, 97, 98 years. He'll drop 30, but that's because he mastered the game to the point where he can ball fake. You're going to bite, and he's going to pull up for a J. Or he's going to do a fadeaway jumper. He mastered the fadeaway 96, 97, 98. You know, because he kind of lost that athletic ability to go to the rim every single drive, you know. That's why he incorporated the fadeaway jumper. Mike wasn't really doing it like that in 92, 93. He could have, but he'll rather go to the basket, get fouled, shoot free throws, make his free throws. You know, he shot over 80% for his career. You You know, LeBron is at 70%. He's hovering around 70%. So I would love to see LeBron as a much better free throw shooter than he is right now. He's way too talented not to be. He should be hovering around in the upper 70s, lower 80s. He's a good shooter. He's a great shooter. He improved his jump shot tremendously from when he came into the league as a rookie. Okay? So I know he can improve his free throw percentage, but why hasn't his free throw percentage stayed in the 80s? I'm not even sure if he even shot 80% for one season. You know? So, and I feel like that would change his mindset a little bit, because I think sometimes he's a little hesitant when it comes to driving, going to the free throw line, knowing that you have to win the game at the line, and he's not confident like that to win the game on the line every single game if he had to. Not to hate. But the NBA right now is trash. The 90s was the golden era for the league. You know, you just have way more competition, more parity. Free agency is not what it is now. Teams, superstars calling each other over the summer saying, hey, where you gonna play? Hey, where you gonna play? Hey, where you gonna play? Alright, I'm gonna go here. Oh, I'm gonna go to New York. Oh, I'm gonna go to LA. Oh, I'm gonna go to Miami. Okay, I'm gonna go to Golden State. Like, you didn't have that in the 90s. Everybody wanted to be the man. And I love that. It's more competition. The East, you had the Magic. You had the Indiana Pacers. You had the 1990s New York Knicks. Like, getting to the championship was so much harder and so much of a vigorous process compared to what it is now. It's just sweep. In the West, you had the Utah Jazz, the Houston Rockets, the Seattle Supersonics with Gary Payton. Like you just had a plethora of great teams. The Portland Trailblazers with Clyde Drexler. Like, dude, you had so many great teams in the 90s compared to what it is right now. Even in the 2000s, it was a little more. Well, nah, it kind of fell off. In like 02. I remember like the New Jersey Nets in like 02, 03. When they went back to back, the East was whack. You know, and it's whack now, so it kind of didn't get better from that point on. But competition was better, man. Competition was a lot better in the 90s than what it is now, and that's kind of visually seen now in these games. It's like, it's not much to watch. Just be watching a blowout. At any given moment, it can be a blowout because there's the competition is not where it was. You know, and then if the NBA wants to sustain this magnificent product and content that it once had or capable of having, because the NBA is full of young talent, full of athletes, but they need to find a better way to showcase these athletes, man. They really do. They need to find a better way to showcase the talent that's in the league. Because the league is full of talented players. So why is there predictions Cavs, Warriors every year for the next 2 or 3 years? It's Cavs, Warriors. Despite all of this young talent that the league has. Why is there only 2 teams? So they need to change that, and when they do change it, the league will be a lot better than what it is right now. Because it's like, I didn't see Game 5, but honestly, like, I knew what was going to happen, so I really didn't care like that. Like, I was rooting for the Cavs because, you know, the Warriors is like, it's kind of like a cheat code. Alright, let's go get the second best player in the league. Of course you're going to win. Of course. It's too much offensive power. Firepower. Too much. You have Steph Curry, you got Clay, you got Kevin Durant, you got a whack-ass Draymond Green, who's overrated. Put him in any other system, he's barely getting 10 to 10. You know, you got Andre Iguodala is very, very overlooked, underrated. You know, he used to be the man in Philly, so he's capable of putting up decent numbers if need be. He could drop 20, 25 points at this stage of his career. That's a lot. That's a lot. So he's always a threat. You got a decent bench. It's like, what do you expect? You have all the ingredients to win a championship and to dominate. Most importantly, to dominate. And that's what they did. So I don't really see the big uproar about the Cavaliers. You know, Cavs fans, you know, they're kind of delusional. So there was, when it was 3-0, they saying Cavs and 7. I'm like, okay, all right. What type of crack is that? Because that's not the shit that they was throwing in the 80s. That's not the shit motherfuckers was smoking in the 80s. That's some new fucking crack. I don't know what you talking about. That's a little bit utterly ridiculous, you did? But no, that's the NBA season in a nutshell. It's total dominance by the Warriors. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. You know, so. The 90s is better. Michael Jordan competition is better overall. You know, so I don't want to get too deep into the debate. You know, this is I can do this for hours. Talk about basketball because, you know, I'm a big NBA fanatic, but I just wanted to touch on it a little bit, you know. Just a little bit. But make sure you subscribe to my channel, Cognition Fitness TV. Like, share, comment. Let me know if there's anything that I can do better. I'm always striving to do better, put out better quality videos and content and whatnot. So I'm always up for positive, constructive criticism. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I'll holler at y'all later. Y'all have a blessed day.
Gotta get on your job, tell them haters get on your job, nigga. Motivation, nigga, get on your job, tell them haters get on your job, nigga. Motivation, haters.